Well, Captain Jerry Collins and his crew at up there at Jamaica Bay did a fantastic job on this 2015 Jamaica Bay Fishing Classic. You know, guys came from over 308 guys came to fish the bay this year. Some came loaded for bear and fished hard, and you can see all the gear there. Some guys came with the bare minimum and had a good time. It was all to benefit several charities, Heroes on the Water, sport fishing, and they had some really fine sponsors that donated a ton of raffle tickets to here's the boats they gave away. It must have been at least six fully rigged kayaks, new boats on the raffles, and this all benefited the charities. If you ever get a chance, some guys camped with the luxury, some camped at tents. This is our camp. Captain Camo did another outstanding job. He's bringing in the bacon there, putting the bacon in. You can't fish if you don't eat, is his motto, and mine too. So we scouted the bay, had a lot of discussion about where to fish and what to do, and had some of every kind of weather. We jumped in the water, and it's such a super fishery that you have to fight through the bluefish. They're wonderful, tough fighting fish. They're just beating people up all weekend long. Many guys caught over 70 fish on all kinds of different rigs. You know, there's deep water, there's shallow water, and we found fish just about everywhere we went, and just trying to sift through these brutes, man. They're brutish. I mean, wear me down. It's one of the reasons I enjoy my pedal Hobie kayak so much is that for me I get a fish and it runs off a big stretch of line. I can run them down like I used to do in the charter marlin days. You know, you'd hook up and then the fish would settle down. You run on them to get them in a little bit quicker. It's a real challenge. All the different weather patterns we had there. Some days were windy, some days were foggy, one day was we had some real nice sun, got hot. I show you a little bit about my rig. I was fishing very shallow water. This was a tide where there was a ton of weed in the water, so I rigged up a little floater bird and a weedless jig with these bass were kind of finicky at certain times, and on this particular one I could see he was just hooked by the skin. And I really, I'm trying to catch a slam, one of each of the species, and this was my first bass, and you got to get one of each kind in the boat, and then you can work on catching a bigger one. The fly rod division guys were not far from me. This was they have a ton of fun dealing with these fish. It's a real competitive division there. You have fly rodders. There's an electric division, and then of course we're all human powered. The rest of us. So this was a tough deal for me. The hook was just in his lip. I grabbed him by the tail, barely get him in the boat, just hanging by the skin of his teeth. And I'm just so thankful to get one on the boat. That it's not my best video of fish handling here. So I'm going to get a picture of this one, and that'll give me something to weigh in. All the fish we caught were catched, photographed, and released if they, if I had a chance for, I didn't photograph every one, but the ones we had a shot at getting on the board with, where I took a picture of them. And this fish was right at about 26. It's just a schoolie. Fine fish. He had me fooled. He ran off a lot of line to start off because I was in shallow, weedy water, and I was using that rig just to skim the surface and try and get one to hang on. They were just nipping at it, Fish grips and the measuring board there with the Captain Kayak sticker on. Get him released and get fishing again, and back to them yellow-eyed bluefish. And this I thought this was a good fish. And 32 at 33 inches. I don't remember which one this was, but there were a lot of fish in that range. Tough, toothy bluefish. Friend of mine gave me a plug. He said, "Here, Bob, try this." And so I'm trying all different kind of lures and trying to tease one large bass. You'd see him come up and you'd throw something at him, and there would be bluefish would beat him to it every time. Well, almost every time. My wrist is screaming. It's been, I don't know, I must have had a dozen fish by this time of the morning, and it's 20-pound test, super braid line, and a 30-pound leader, and they're just taking me right back down to the bottom. It's a long way back. So as far as fishing goes, it's just a fantastic venue. There's that handmade plug. Later on that day, the sky broke, and I was so to finally get this bass right at around 32 inches. That's a nice size fish for the tournament. I guess the winning fish in this tournament went 40, 42, 43 inches. I can't remember which right now. So there's some beautiful mixed sizes of fish all over this bay, and going out and it's nice. None of the kayaks spook them, so they cruise around and do their thing, and we're out amongst them. It's a ton, just a ton of fish there. I fought hard through the afternoon and tried to go. There's that bass. Tried to catch my third fish, a fluke, but the best I could come up with was this 17-incher, and then it was back to home. As the tournament wrapped up, there are so many good conversations. You learn so much. That's one of the local politicians that came to the tournament. Everybody's loading up and heading back to wherever they're from. If you ever get a chance to fish this, you'll learn something. Every year I go, I learn something new. And this year is special for me because I got a little award there, and hope to see you next year.